Have you ever held a coin and felt like you were touching history? That's exactly what happens when you pick up a 1980 UK 50 pence coin. This isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of Britain's heritage, its economy, and even its design evolution. The 1980 50p coin is more than currency. It's a compact archive of national pride and transformation. So, let's dive into a journey through time, design, and significance as we explore the story of this iconic British coin. The 50 pence coin, commonly referred to as a 50p, is one of the most distinct coins in the UK currency system. Its unique seven-sided shape, technically called an equilateral curve heptagon, instantly sets it apart from other coins. But did you know that the 1980 edition of this coin carries with it a special legacy? To understand the full story of the 1980 UK 50p coin, we need to rewind the clock. In 1969, just before decimalization, the British Royal Mint introduced a 50 pence coin as a replacement for the old 10-shilling note. This was revolutionary, not just because it was a new coin, but because of its shape. The heptagonal design was meant to make it easily distinguishable by both sight and touch, especially for the blind and partially sighted. This design also allowed it to roll smoothly in vending machines, something that was considered cutting edge in the late 1960s. By the time 1980 arrived, the coin had already been in circulation for over a decade, but each year brought with it subtle changes, whether in mintage numbers, production materials, or design refinement. The 1980 edition specifically holds importance due to its scarcity and the historical context of that period. On the obverse of the coin, we see a youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This was the second official portrait of the Queen to appear on British coinage, and was used from 1968 until 1984. Her image is encircled by the inscription Elizabeth II Deed G. Reg. F.D. 1980, which stand for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Now, why is the 1980 version so special? Let's talk numbers. In 1980, only 89,775,000 50p coins were minted for circulation. While this may sound like a large number, it's actually a moderate figure compared to other years. But more importantly, many of these coins are no longer in general circulation due to being lost, damaged, or hoarded by collectors. That means that finding a well-preserved 1980 50p today is more rare than one might think. Collectors often seek out the 1980 edition because it was among the last few years that featured a larger-size 50p coin. In 1997, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 50p to make it lighter and easier to carry, and from that point on, older large-size 50p coins were gradually withdrawn from circulation. That makes coins from before 1997, like the 1980 version, especially prized among numismatists. And then there's the condition of the coin. If you happen to have a 1980 50p coin that's in brilliant uncirculated condition, or better yet, proof quality, you're in possession of something truly valuable. Coins graded in top condition can fetch significantly higher prices at auctions and among collectors. Some well-preserved 1980 50p coins have been sold for anywhere between £5 and £25 depending on their quality and presentation. While this might not sound like a fortune, it's an incredible return on a coin that had just 50p in face value. But there's more to the 1980 50p coin than just collectability. It's also a snapshot of a fascinating time in British history. The year 1980 was the start of a new decade, marked by significant political and economic changes. Margaret Thatcher had recently become the UK's first female prime minister, and her policies were beginning to reshape the nation. Britain was facing inflation, industrial unrest, and a shift in its global role. The 1980 50p coin, therefore, stands as a silent witness to a pivotal moment in the nation's story. What also makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is the evolution of its design over the years. While the Britannia design remained consistent until 2008, it was eventually replaced with a Royal Shield design as part of a broader revamp of UK coinage. This transition marked the end of an era for Britannia 50p, making earlier versions, like the one from 1980, even more nostalgic and desirable. Some collectors also note that coins from the early 1980s, including the 1980 edition, tend to show sharper strikes and clearer details, which is especially noticeable in the folds of Britannia's robes and the lion's features. These finer details not only highlight the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, but also enhance the aesthetic appeal of the coin itself. Now, if you're wondering, in conclusion, the 1980 UK 50 pence coin is far more than spare change. It's a reflection of Britain's design ingenuity, political timeline, and cultural pride. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, this coin is a reminder that even the most ordinary objects can tell extraordinary stories. And next time you come across an old coin in a drawer, remember, you might just be holding a little piece of history in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this dive into the 1980 UK 50p coin, make sure to subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a journey into the fascinating world of coins. There's so much more hidden treasure to uncover, and we're just getting started.